Hello, friends. I'm Eric Hutchinson. I'm the principal broker and owner of Hutchinson Realty. It is Friday, July 29th of 2022. Have you ever been at the beach, maybe sitting in your beach chair, looking out at the waves, enjoying the day, maybe even a book you're reading, and before you know it, you've noticed that the waves are getting closer and closer to you. Maybe even the waves are starting to splash your knees, so you move your chair back a little bit, and before you know it, the waves are again splashing your knees and getting closer to you. The next day you come out and the water has receded back to where it was originally the day before. We call that the coming in and the going out of the tide. Our real estate market is very similar to that. Over the past 2 years, we have seen the values continue to come in and increase. The tide of values have increased over the past 2 years, but I have started noticing something. Have you? I've started noticing that our active listings have started to lower their active list price. That's an indication that maybe the tide is starting to decrease. I want to go over our 5 towns that we've been observing. I'm going to be going over Fayetteville, Springdale, Rogers, Bentonville, and Bella Vista, and we're going to be looking at the active list prices. We're going to be looking at how many active listings there are, which, by the way, our active listings have increased considerably over the last 30 days. And we're going to be looking at how many new construction houses there are, how many resale homes there are, and has there been any price reductions. Now, if you ever see a price reduced sign rider, what do you normally think about that listing? So we're going to be talking about what maybe is happening to our real estate market and what does these price reductions in our active listings mean. So stay to the very end and I'll be giving you my conclusions about this data. Let's get into it. We're going to look at Fayetteville first. Right now in Fayetteville, there are 240 active listings. Now, what you're seeing behind me is a screenshot of my multiple listing service screen that I was looking at this morning. So this is an actual screenshot. Notice all the arrows pointing downward over to the right-hand side of your screen. Those are listings that have been reduced in their active list price. So there's 240 active listings. There's 83 new construction homes in Fayetteville and 157 resale homes. So over the past 2 years, I haven't been seeing those arrows pointing downward. In fact, I haven't seen the arrows at all, and things have been selling very quickly at the active list price and sometimes higher. But over the last 30 days, I've noticed these arrows starting to appear. Again, maybe the tide is starting to decrease and recede just a little bit. So there's been 5 new construction houses that have been reduced in their active list price. There's been 157 resale homes, and 53 of those homes have receded or they have lowered their list price. So we are starting to see active listings not sell, and so the sellers are lowering their list prices in Fayetteville. Let's go over to Springdale. Now in Springdale, there's 128 active listings, 19 new construction houses, and 109 resale homes. Now in Springdale, the new construction out of the 19, 0 have lowered their price, and that's pretty typical that we've seen over the last 2 years. There's not that many new construction homes. There's a high demand, so builders don't have to lower their list price. But look at the resale homes. 109 resale homes, 39 have reduced their active list price. Let's move over to Rogers. In Rogers, there's 144 active listings. There's 10 new construction houses, 134 resale homes, and like Springdale, Rogers only has 10 new construction houses, and because of the demand, they haven't had to lower their list price. But on the resale home side, 56 houses have reduced their price because the sellers haven't been able to get their list price for them. Let's move over to Bentonville. In Bentonville right now, there's 188 active listings. There's 56 new construction houses, so quite a bit more than some of the than Rogers or Springdale. So there's been 2 new construction houses that have lowered their list price. And out of the 132 resale homes, there's been 39 price reductions in Bentonville. Now let's move over to Bella Vista. Bella Vista is a really curious case. There are 154 active listings. By the way, yesterday there were 148 active listings. So we've had 6 new houses just come on the market today. We're seeing New houses come on the market every single day over the last few weeks. We're seeing our inventories increase. Now, that's caused a little bit of a slowdown for the active listings. There are 65 new construction houses. There's more new construction homes in Bella Vista than anywhere else in Northwest Arkansas, and there have been 16 price reductions. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot out of 65, but when you're talking about new construction builders have not had to lower their list price to sell their houses, but that's starting to happen. Now, also, part of the reason why Bella Vista has more new construction houses and why some of the builders can lower their prices is because the lots here in Bella Vista, there's 37,000 lots in Bella Vista, and there's about 15,000 vacant lots in Bella Vista. So lots can be bought for under $20,000 in Bella Vista when you can't buy a lot for under $20,000 anywhere else in Northwest Arkansas. So lots are cheap, and so builders can afford to lower their purchase price or their list price down more than where the other places in Northwest Arkansas can't. There are 89 resale homes and 45 price reductions out of the 89. So as you can see, half of the resale homes are lowering their list price in order to get their homes sold. So that's very interesting data that we're seeing. So what does all this mean? So if you've stayed with me from the beginning, I can tell you, do you think that our real estate market is about to crash? Well, I do not think that our real estate market is about to crash. Now, we may be going into a recession, but unlike our last recession, our inventories are still relatively low compared to what they were in the last recession. In the last recession, we had 400 and 500 listings available in almost every town. And so we had a huge supply of houses. We do not have a huge supply, but Northwest Arkansas is still one of the fastest growing areas in the United States. People want to move here. There are people waiting in the wings to buy properties. However, because of the interest rate hike and because of inflation and because our inventories are starting to go up, we're not seeing as many multiple offers on some of these houses like we were earlier this year. So come back next week when I will be going over sold listings, and it'll be curious to see whether or not our sold listings have decreased in value, increased, or stayed the same. I think we're starting to see a plateau. Come back next week and for my update, my market update for Northwest Arkansas, and we'll see what's going on with our sold listings. You can always reach out to me at info@hutchrealty.com, or you can message me from this video. No matter what, I wish you and your family the best. May God bless you, and may God bless your home.